Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I would like to present for our project for English for technical purpose, section 49. Okay, so thank you first of all. Thank you to our lecturers Azizi bin Basar give to our group opportunity for conduct this project. So for the title of our project is Effects of social media on human communication, and our group is group 3. Okay, so this is our group member. These are our group member. First, Ahmad Ifan bin Ahmad Shukran, DN 200084. Number 2, Muhammad Shahir bin Mazlan, DN 200039. Number 3, Farhan Najmi bin Kamarudin, AN 200034. Number 4, myself, Amirul bin Arifin, DN 200098. And lastly, number 5, Nurul Suhada binti Darwish, CN 200118. Okay, so this is our outline of topic or our content. Firstly, we have introduction, then background of study, problem statement, research objective, significance of research, limitation of study, literature review, methodology, findings, data, references, and lastly, appendix. So next, I will give to my members to present their part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhan Najmi bin Kamarudin with matrix number AN200034. So for my part is introduction. For the introduction, the use of social media has become an integral part of modern communication. With the emergence of platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, people are now able to connect with one another in ways that were previously impossible. Social media has changed the way we communicate, both positively and negatively. On the second hand, social media has made it easier for people to stay in touch with friends and family, as well as to connect with new people who share similar interests. It also allows for the sharing of information and news at a faster pace, and has even opened up new opportunities for businesses to connect with their customers. However, social media has also been linked to a decline in face-to-face communication, as well as increase in cyberbullying and other forms of online harassment. People may spend more time interacting with their virtual friends rather than the people around them, which can lead to a lack of social skills and face-to-face communication. Moreover, the anonymity provided by social media allows some people to behave in ways that they would not in face-to-face interaction, leading in the rise of cyberbullying and other forms of online harassment. In this report, we will explore the various ways in which social media has affected human communication and examine the potential implication of these changes for society as a whole. We will also look at the positive and negative aspect of social media and how it can be used in healthy and productive manner. Despite the limitation of current research of the topic, this report aims to provide valuable insight into the way in which technology is shaping our social interaction and relationship.
I will continue with background of study. The aim of this study is to analyze the impact of social media to human communication in the hope to assisting in the simplification of the problem faced by society as a whole, particularly among adolescents. This study attempts to highlight the effect of social media as well as to mitigate the impact of developing and the depth of knowledge of social media activities and the taking and approach to them. This study was created by the review on yearly study, reviewing relevant paper, conducting research on Google Form, conducting online case study, and having a peer examine interim condition and document. The primary section of this paper is comprised of the case study as well as guidebook and additional material to support The work that was detailed in the main body of report include in the form of the appendix in national represent the checklist of the source used for the literature study. Some of these methods show the effect of social media has on human communication and where used in the source is this research.
Hi, Assalamualaikum sir. My name is Nurul Sada Darwis. So I will present my part of this research proposal. Problem statement. Even if social media improves the way we communicate, it also has its downside. Social media has altered the way we communicate by causing us to lose some social skills. Social media made a person unmindful of the consequences of their posts, where they feel like they can say whatever they want to say, which full of bullying. The current study proposed to examine the effects that have an impact on society in a broad way, especially on business, society, and teenagers. Research objective. 1. To determine how this interaction affects communication on the business. 2. To determine how this interaction affects communication on the society. And 3. To determine how this interaction affects communication on the teenagers. So next is significance of research. This study is being conducted to evaluate social media's pros and cons on society and determine its benefits and drawbacks. The study is conducted to benefit the society in a broad way. They will learn more about social media according to the result. Due to the widespread use of social media among society, this study may help them use it more effectively. This research study could help to improve the way of communication among the humans, which will result in good aspect. At the end, they will learn the consequences if they misuse the social media.
So for the limitation of the study, there are several limitations to studying the effect of social media on human communication, such as for the first one, social media is a relatively new phenomenon and there is limited long-time research on its effect. Additionally, most studies on social media are observational and correction-based, which cannot prove cause and effect relationship. Second, social media use varies greatly among individuals and it can be difficult to generalize finding from one group of users to another. Third, self-reported data from survey and questionnaires may not be reliable to social desirability bias of other factors. Fourth, the rapid pace of technological changes make it difficult to keep up with the latest development and to compare data from different platforms. Fifth, on the last one, there could be other factors like gender, ages, culture, education, and socioeconomic status, which might be affecting the communication, and thus it's hard to isolate the impact of social media alone. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so here for my part is literature review. So firstly, social media platforms are online communication tools that enable the construction of virtual communities. Some people who use social media are already accustomed to talking online since it has developed into an important component of their day-to-day lives. Second, researchers in the past have also discovered that the human psychological state deals with emotional and sensory processing when a person has the impression that they have been excluded from something such as online groups, chat, or events. Number 3, when users of social media receive likes and favorable remarks, it causes their bodies to react positively, which is indicative of social cognition, the reward process, imitation, happiness, and attention. Lastly, according to the article published by King University Online 2019 and Candy 2015, having a large number of likes on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram can lead to activation of the brain circuits related to rewards. So, what we can conclude from this literature review, these are the several research and statement from the past researchers that have been researched for this title of social media. So overall, we have divide divide to the 3 parts. That is first social media meaning, and social media react to the psychological on human, and lastly social media also reacts to people emotion. So that's all for my part.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syamazlan and I will present a part of methodology. First of all, this part of methodology, we use a 3 method that we can use to gain our data, which is first Google Form, second observation, and third media monitoring. And for this Google Form, we have made a 15 question to gain a more specific data to analysis. And further question is, do you agree with social media effect on the change of the grade psychology among teenagers? And the second, how they ever been a victim of cyberbullying? And the third, how has the social media affected to your communication with a friend and the peer in term in language, tone, and expression? Then we will continue with the question. To what the extent do we think social media has impacted our relationship with a friend and family and the term on trust, empathy, and intimacy? And then to what extent do you think the social media has impacted the societal communication? And then how do you think about social media impacted the way people interact with each other in society? Do you believe that social media has a positive or negative overall impact on the societal communication? How do you think social media will affect societal communication in the future? And how has social media affect the way people express their opinion in the society? Okay, the last part of this question is first, has a social media affect the span of communication, the speed communication in your business? And the second last, how do you think the social media will continue to affect communication in the business world in the future? Then last one is, which social media platform do you use most often? And the observation is the obvious place we can go is the lot of people such as social media, shopping mall, and the restaurant. On that, we can draw our previous experience to help us to our better work. What we can see in this majority of adolescents and the youngster among us, at the gadget they have been provided to them. However, in this not their fault. Rather, it is responsibility of their guardian who have failed to pay sufficient attention to the amount of time their work spent using electronic device. Even the adult and teens spend their significant amount of time on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, and the TikTok. In point of the fact is, there are some people that make us to work virtually all day. And last part of this methodology, with the last method is social media monitoring. What we are able to observe on this social media platform is abundance of the terrible and heartbreaking incident. Among these are the sequence and the acts of the such as vulnerability and fraud, among others. This fact and the influences last for this very long time and make the future less bright, make the solution much more upsetting. Who will take the blame on this situation? So, to find out, we have decided to create a proposal paper to investigate the impact of social media has on the way people communicate with one others.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Irfan bin Ahmad Shukran. Nanometric DN 2084. I want to present about findings, data analysis. For section A, which is demographic, we has gender. Gender, male is dominant is this chart, which is 62.5%. For race, most of responding is Malay. For age, dominant is 21 until 23. which is 50%. For education level, most respondent is from degree, which is 78.1%. For section B, which is general, this question is which social media platform do you use most often? Most respondent is use TikTok as their most often social media platform, which is 40.6%. For section C, which is business, number one, how often do you use social media for business communication? Uh, Most respondent answer is rarely, which is 53.1%. Number two, in your opinion, has social media improved or hindered communication in the business world? Most respondent choose improve, which is 68.8%. For question 3, how has social media affected your ability to communicate effectively with colleagues and clients? Uh, 50% answers is slightly improved compared to no change, uh, 12.5%, and greatly improved, which is 28.1%. Number 4, how has social media affected the speed of communication in your business? Most responding answer for is slightly improved, which is 43.8%. Lastly, for section C, how do you think social media will continue to affect communication in the business world in the future? Most respondents answer positively, which is 78.1%. For section D, which is society, number 1, to what extent do you think social media has impacted societal communication? Half of respondents answer improve, which is 50%, compared to greatly improve, which is only 43.8%, and others, and the rest is no impact. For second, how do you think social media has affected the way people interact with each other in society? Most respondents answer more connected, which is 71.9%. For question 3, do you believe that social media has a positive or negative overall impact on social communication? Most respondents in Google Form answer positive, which is 68.8% compared to negative 15.6% and not sure 15.6%. Number 4, how do you think social media will affect societal communication in the future? Most respondents answer positively, which is 78.1%. Last question for section D. How has social media affected the way people express their opinions in society? Um, Most respondents answer more comfortable expressing opinion, which is 68.8% compared to 21.9% and 9.4% for less comfortable and no impact. For last section, which is section E, teenagers, number 1, to what extent do you think social media has impacted your relationship with friends and family in terms of trust, empathy, and intimacy? Most respondents answer improve, which is 65.6%, which is improve compared to no impact and not sure. Second, how has social media affected your communication with friends and peers in terms of language, tone, and expression? Most respondents answer improve, which is 56.3% compared to never and not sure. Number 3, have you ever been victims of cyberbullying? Uh, our respondent in Google Form answer no, which is 53.1%. Lastly, for this data analysis, do you agree social media effect on the chance to create cyberbullying among teenagers? Most respondents answer agree, which is 84.4% compared to not sure, which is 50.6%. This is that's all for analysis.
Okay, so for the references, we got 5 references from this project, from our project that have been stated here. First, we get University King. Second, the author Bashir H and Bud S.A 2017. Third, Euromobic D 2019. Fourth, Anna K, Adrian Yu, Adam J and Tobias G 2015. And lastly, Lasala CB, Galigao, RP, Bokescosa, JF 2013. So that's all from the reference.